Hey guys, good morning. I'm glad to see you guys made it to school today. As you can see, I did not. So I hope you guys have a really great day today with Miss Charlotte. If you treat her kindly and respectfully, she will treat you the same way, I know. So you guys are going to have a good day. Alright, so in class today, we are going to go back over commas. We've learned a lot about commas in this unit that we just finished. We've learned pretty much every reason you might ever need to use a comma in a sentence, and when it's not okay to use a comma in a sentence. So we're going to review that really quick. Just go back over all the reasons that we use a comma, and you're going to practice it kind of a final time just to prove, yes, I know all about commas. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go kind of fast. There we go. Alright, so these sentences I have here on the board, some of them need commas and some of them will not. So let's look at this first one. Alright, it says, our TCAP test will be in April. You guys can go ahead and say it, it's fine. Would this need a comma? I'm so glad I heard a lot of no's. Very good. Even though it says April, and it looks like a date, it's not the whole date. Remember, you had to have like the month and the day and the year. And this one doesn't. So good. No comma in that one. So it's perfectly fine the way it is. Alright, what about the second sentence here? A tsunami hit Tokyo, Japan in June of 2006. I wonder if that one would need a comma. You can say yes or no. Good, good. I heard a lot of yeses in that one. Did anybody think that you needed a comma in this part right here, June of 2006? Yeah, even though it says June, it doesn't have the whole. It's got June and it has the year, but there's no day. So this one does not need a comma either right here. But, yeah, I can hear some of y'all. You need a comma between Tokyo and Japan, because Tokyo and Japan is a city and kind of a state. So sometimes when we had places, we had to put a comma right after the city. Just like that. Kind of an ugly one, but it's there. Alright, what about in this sentence? Tsunamis are huge, fast, destructive, and deadly. Would we need a comma? It doesn't have a date. I don't see a city and a state. But it has a what, guys? You can say it. Yeah, it has a series or a list. It's got a list of all the things that a tsunami is or are. It says they're huge, fast, destructive, and deadly. So I put a comma after everything in a list. Yeah, except the last thing. So huge is our first thing, so it needs a comma. Then fast, right? Do we need any more? Oh yeah, we need one after destructive. Very good, because that's the next thing. And then we wouldn't need it after deadly, because it's the last thing. Awesome. Alright, so what about this one right here? October 31st, 2023 will be Halloween this year. Would we need a comma? Yeah, that one has a, what is it that it has? Exactly, it has a date. So I would need it after the, good, after the 31. You guys know that one. Awesome. Alright, this thing right down here is something else you're going to see on your papers today. And we saw them on lots of our papers when we were practicing. We saw this is an address. Like when you find it on like an envelope or something. It'll be written this way on an address. On an envelope. I was looking for an envelope to see if I had one to show you, but I don't have one in my room to show you. No, I don't have one. Okay, anyway. Alright, so this is an address, though. They're wrote in envelopes a lot of times, or lots of other places. This is, since it's an address, it has something. Does it have a date? No, addresses don't have dates. It has a city and a state. Yes. This top part is the name of the road. All addresses will have a number that tells you what number the house or the building is. And then it tells you the street name so that you can find what number the house is and the street it's on. And then it also tells you the city and the state. And these numbers are the numbers that tell you that it means this city and state. This is just a number that also means that. So, all right, Huntsville, Tennessee. This is a city and a state. Where does the comma go? Yes, right after Huntsville. Very good. So if you see anything like that, you know it goes after the city before the state. All right, so last thing we're going to review. All of these sentences might need commas too. They also might need quotation marks. We worked on that a lot in this unit too. When we had a quotation or somebody was talking, the dialogue, you had to put those quotation marks and commas where they needed to go. All right, so looking at this first sentence. My mom yelled at me. Is mom talking? Like, those are the exact words that your mom said? I don't think so. Now, I see, like, my mom yelled. It makes it kind of look like a speaker tag, but I don't think she yelled, "At me!" No. So this one doesn't need quotation marks because mom didn't actually say, "at me." So I don't need quotation marks or commas in this one. It's fine. What about this one? My mom yelled, "Get out of the mud!" Does that sound like mom was talking, like she actually said those words, they came out of her mouth? Yeah. What were the words that actually came out of mom's mouth? Yeah. Get out of the mud. That's what she yelled at you. That's what she said. So we need to put these quotation marks around what she said. Get out of the mud. And then you're going to need a comma. Where did the comma go? After. Very good. After yelled. Because you had to put a comma to separate the speaker tag from what they said. They need a comma there. And you also need to capitalize the first word of what they said. So yeah, make that a capital G. Alright, what about this one? You can use my charger, Cage replied. I see Cage replied. That kind of sounds like a speaker tag. Did Cage actually say this? Were these the words that came out of Cage's mouth? Yeah, I think Cage was talking. He said, "You can use my charger." So we need to put quotation marks around what he said, which is, "You can use my charger." And then what else do we need to do? Yeah, we got to put a comma between what he said and the speaker tag. All right, what about this third one? Or, sorry, fourth one. I didn't hear what the teacher said. That happens to you guys sometimes. You don't hear what the teacher said. I see. This looks like a speaker tag, the teacher said. Is this what the teacher said? Like it came out of her mouth, she said, or he said, "I didn't hear what?" No. I don't think the teacher was actually speaking in this sentence. So do I need quotation marks or a comma? No. If they're not actually talking, you don't need quotation marks. All right, what about this one? Wait, Jeff said, and I will come with you. I see that Jeff said. Makes me think maybe he's talking. Did Jeff say, "Wait, and I will come with you"? Yeah, I think he did. So on this one, I've got to put him, it's got the speaker tag in the middle. We've practiced that. That was really long quotation mark right there. All right, there we go. It's hard to do it with my mouse pad. Okay, there we go. So I've got quotation marks around what he said. He said, "Wait," and he also said, "And I will come with you." What else do I need? Commas. Yeah, I need one right here. And I'm also going to need one right here to separate it. Since it's in the middle, you kind of need two commas around it to separate it from everything. All right. So how do you feel about commas? I'm hoping you're saying you feel pretty good. We've practiced it so many times. The quotations are the ones that usually cause you guys the most trouble. You know that. So make sure you're being really careful on your quotations when you see them. Look for words they really said. Make sure you've got the quotation around what they said and the comma to separate it. If you take your time and be really careful, you're going to do just fine. I know you are. Alright, so Miss Charlotte is about to pass out 2 papers from your workbook. I've already torn them out for you and everything. She's going to give you these. One's on commas on like dates and places and series, and then the other page is on quotations. So all you have to do is kind of add the commas where they go, or quotation marks. Alright, I have faith in you. You're going to do awesome. Work quietly and work well. Bye, guys.